How does language shape the way we think? Do different words in different languages feed into unique behaviors? Also, what would it be like to just have one global language all over the world? These are questions that are interesting to think about. What is this power that connects some of us and divides others and has such an impact on culture? In the short YouTube video, I interviewed 6 people and asked them the following questions. First, does language shape the way we think? Second, do you think having one global language would be a good or bad concept? And third, what are your thoughts on the current spread of the English language as it is becoming a world language? This is what they said. Get it?
I didn't think so because I think that languages don't shape the way people act or the way people think.
I think it does. I know that in Japan, for example, they have extra words they add to your name to show respect, and you just sort of, they drill that respect into you, so you always see your elders as someone that you should respect, and like, you know that, like that's just the way you talk. Whereas in America, we don't really, the English language doesn't really allow that. So
For sure, and especially when you think about different languages and the way they describe different situations, different scenarios, and have words for things that other languages don't have. Like in the English language, we only have one word for love, and we expect that to span across everything, all relationships. Love to a parent, love to a brother, love to a sister, love to a friend. Whereas in Greece, they have a ton of different things, a ton of words to describe different relationships. So love for a brother is different than love for a parent is different than love for humanity in general.
I do. Apparently in Spanish, the word awkward isn't, she's cracking up, not me. Apparently the word awkward isn't, there's not a synonym for awkward. So I'm not sure exactly how it goes down there, but perhaps the people there, since awkward isn't so readily on their minds, they don't recognize the feelings of awkwardness and kind of play into them.
My own language, the Russian language, I believe it's much richer. We have so many words, different words, that one I in English is
I think it would be a really bad thing, or at least a bad thing.
I think it will be bad.
I'd have to say it'd be a little bit of both good and bad. I mean, on the one hand, it would be great if you could communicate to any person, any culture across the entire world and not have to worry about any boundaries. But on the other hand, it might create this sense of needing to adapt to that language, to that universal language, and then whatever your cultural language is, whatever your home language is, becomes secondary, and because of that, you might leave your culture behind in place of this universal idea.
I don't think it should be like that, considering that it's better when everybody else has their own language. I mean, you can learn from it, it's an experience. It's really good to embrace other people's cultures as well. I mean, if we had just one the same language, I think everything would be so boring. I mean, it'd be good to an extent where everyone can communicate, but then again, there's always in the back of your head that knowledge is one of the things that you want to attain in life, and you just want to learn something new and always be on top of your game.
It's a good thing that the English language is being spread globally. For example, I'm Colombian, and in Colombia, it's very important for you to be able to speak English since it's the universal language in the business world. So, if you don't know English, then it's going to be hard for you to actually get out of the country to work in, let's say, a multinational corporation outside of Colombia. So it's very important in this day and age to be able to know English, or at least another language that is important. So it's in Chinese, or Arabic, or even Portuguese. But yeah, I'd say it's very important to be able to know English.
I mean, it's a good thing, but then again, it also has its it has its pros and cons, basically.
I kind of have mixed opinions on it. I mean, on the one hand, it's very good to see like language that a lot of people know and allows to communicate across different cultures, across different borders. But on the other hand, especially when we're talking about native English speakers, this can kind of breed a little bit of an arrogance or an expectation that you know my language or you should know my language. So that kind of creates a negative in the sense of the native English speaking country.
In conclusion, hearing these people from different walks of life talk about how important language is, it is clear just how powerful language is towards our thoughts, actions, and shaping our culture. I want to thank everyone who interviewed.